Hi, welcome to this short film on Llwynhendy Hub in Llwynhendy. First of all, let's talk about the issues and challenges that face this community and why we need to address this. Like in all communities, Llwynhendy does have issues, but also there's a strong sense of community and togetherness. Over the years, there's been many conversations and studies and plans which are now going to be fed into this process. So what have you told us so far? There's a lack of play provision for young children around the field area in Llwynhendy. Teenagers have nowhere to go and to hang out and to come together. There's no free Wi-Fi, certainly in the area. A place for more events. People are talking about ACE or Community Hub, a place to meet that's dry, bright and fun to be in, and a place to get advice in terms of jobs and about skills and training. That's what people have been telling us. We've also been learning from other people, other groups and other communities. So as a group from Llwynhendy, we caught the bus and went up the valley to Ammanford and to Bryn. Ammanford Library is run by the County Council. It's very fresh, it's very dynamic, full of passionate people with lots of diverse activity. Activities such as media rooms where you can record music and do some filming. These develop your skills and your knowledge. The library has books. You can read the books in the library, you can loan them, plus other things. Technology, trying to make people realise how technology can be positive with the use here of VR goggles. Arts and crafts, hobbies, making, being creative is also core to the function. Up the valley in Bryn we have the Black Mountain Centre, which face challenges around losing basic services. They now have a shop, a post office, a bank, a community cafe. They have a doctor's surgery, all run by volunteers. There's also a library where you can loan out books and you can learn through its IT suite. Rooms are flexible with galleries and meeting space and areas for things like Keep Fit and also activities for young people. Having spoken to you about the issues, having gone away and visited other projects local in terms of community hubs, we now want to talk to you about ideas for the hub. From listening to your views from previous studies and from going out on trips to Ammanford and to Bryn, the key thing is to create a hub that is active and welcoming. One key thing from feedback we've heard from you all has been about the need for a community cafe that will act as a local social meeting space. The cafe can look over the field and the main green space and help to create an active and inviting frontage. There's also a need in the hub and the library to diversify this in some way. From going to Ammanford and to Bryn, there's a need to look at how can we create flexibility in terms of activity through a series of pods. These could be around filming, around music, around craft, around digital skills, around robotics, 3D printing, arts and crafts, etc. We could also use the pods as places to meet. These could be private one-to-one conversations. These could be areas for the police, for people in health, for people in care, to talk about issues. It could also be available for rent, to bring in further income for the building. The library space needs to be transformed so it's fresh and vibrant and agile so that it can respond to the needs of the whole community. We also need to look at the extension of this hub to include a larger space that can be used for birthday parties, hobbies, crafts, activities and things for young people as well. And finally, we need to see how people arrive at this building. One thing that we learnt from Ammanford and from Bryn from their community hubs is really what is their welcome mat? where do people arrive? We believe that the current access into the library in Llwynhendy is on the wrong side, and it should be on the field side coming in. We therefore believe that this welcome mat should be the area where you get the warmth, where you get the meet and greet. It should therefore have toilets, it should have a new reception, also the opportunity for a changing place provision as well within the building. Outside of the library is the field. Gwili Field. Here's the library. This is the multi-use games area. And finally, the field itself. A top priority from community consultation over the last 5 to 10 years has been the need for a central play area. This space is mainly for toddlers and for young children. Teenagers have the multi-use game area, but there's also a need for space as a youth zone within the field. Places to sit and to eat that could be linked to the community cafe, or could even be for community barbecues, could also be an idea for the fields. From the community surveys, we've heard that people feel everyone comes together for community events, so the space needs to be designed that it can hold community events in terms of tensile structures, and also things like music and other arts and cultural activities. We'll also be looking at themed gardens, areas where you can have edible planting, herbs, and also areas for shelter. Finally, linked to the library, you could have outdoor reading rooms, as well as a community orchard that's linked to the community cafe. So these are the ideas for the field, which link in to the thinking on the library and community hub. We'd now be grateful for you to give us your feedback as a local resident or local group that is working in Llwynhendy.